Hi everyone, welcome to your restorative yoga practice. Today will be a 45-minute restorative session, and this will be using my special sauce, my secret blend of Hypnotic savasana. So this is bringing in some elements of hypnosis, a perfectly natural state that the body goes into, deep relaxing state, and also known as the healing state to many of us. So we'll be doing this session with my beautiful partner, Jen, and our fur manager, Schmidt, will be assisting today. He's currently gallivanting, but you will see him, I'm sure. Now today, I want us to get super comfortable. So have at the ready all of the blankets. So I want at least one blanket for everyone today. I like nice, soft blankies because today for our healing state I want us to be as warm as possible. So all of the blankets, prepare them with your mat, and then find a full array of cushions. So get really comfortable here. So for our cushions, I've taken armrests off the couch, long cushions, Jeremy Beremy, my body cushion that I use to sleep with at night, as many cushions as you can. I'd also like you to have a pair of socks to keep our toes nice and warm, because we're going to do a nice long shavasana in hypnosis at the end, and our body can cool by 1 to 2 degrees. So I want to make sure that you're nice and warm throughout that entire bit of the practice. So make sure you've got your cushions, socks. I've got a jumper ready as well, because again, thinking our body temperature is going to lower. If you're in, like us, Brisbane, it's the middle of winter now, maybe you put the heater on. We're going to do some gentle movement and invite some heat into the body. However, a lot of this is going to be relaxation, restorative. So thinking calm, cool, but keep that body warm, really nice and soothing. Let's get started. So let's start on the mat today. All of the cushions at the ready. So I want you to find a really nice, comfortable seated position so that you can drop down the eyes. I like to make a little pile of cushions. So I've got 2 cushions piled on top of each other, and then I'm just sitting back on them like a saddle, as if you're sitting on a horse. Maybe you put a block under to make it even higher. It really depends on how the hips are feeling today. Just folding the feet underneath, and I want you to just drop down the eyes, close the eyes, or lower the gaze, whatever you're more comfortable with. I want us to set the intention for our practice today, so get nice and comfortable. So today, I would like us to tap into our healing state and to use this practice that we share as a healing session. I feel it's important for us to share in this now with the rise again of having to work from home, the increase in stress and security, combined with sitting in a prone position, not going out and see friends and family. All of these things can keep our body in a state of tension and stress, in a sympathetic nervous system state. I want you to take a moment and just check in with your breath. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Is it high in the chest or low in the stomach? As we move into our healing state, the breath will deepen, and you'll find the breath will travel more freely throughout the body. This state is fantastic when you're in a sympathetic state. It's fantastic for the short term. So if you're feeling the shortening of the breath and it's not quite deep yet, that's okay. Just drop into that and just become aware that that is your sympathetic nervous state. This is something we can live in for quite some time, particularly if you have chronic conditions like anxiety, depression, general stress. Really check in with yourself and become aware that this is a natural state of the body as well. When this state starts to overstep its bounds is when it becomes a problem. When it becomes chronic, or it's repetitive for extended periods of time. It can lower our immune response, reduce our sleep quality, impact our relationships, and decrease mental capacity for learning and coping. To assist us to move into our natural healing state, the healing state that your body knows, loves, and can muster whenever it needs, which I like to think is a bit of a manual override of our nervous system, pushing it into a parasympathetic nervous system state. This is our rest and digest mode. And to do this, we're going to use our breath, and like movement and hypnotic yoga nidra, we will completely decompress the tension out of our bodies. Sound good? Let's get going. So I'd like you to just gently blink open the eyes, and we're going to start with our neck. The neck is a big area for holding tension. I know that I carry it in my traps, neck, back of head, and I can get some tension headaches. So I want us to gently, dropping the right ear to right shoulder very gently. Maybe we take the right hand and lightly press on the left side of the head as we bring that ear to the shoulder. If we breathe deeply here, you'll find more of a release through that shoulder. Now to extend this and to actually override the nervous system, we're going to tap into our vagus nerve. That's our wanderer nerve. It's also known as the anti-anxiety nerve. So the best way to start activating this, with the right head dropped towards right shoulder, I want you to take the eyes and shoot them towards the left-hand corner of the room. How far can you look out the left-hand side of the room? And here I want you to just breathe deeply while keeping gaze to the left and up to the left-hand corner of the room for 30 seconds. I will track the time. All you need to do is breathe and relax. You might start getting some biofeedback that your relaxation state is kicking in already by the fact that you might yawn, you might have a deeper swallow, more saliva in the mouth. I can feel mine already kicking in. Keep those eyes towards the left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently releasing, head back to the center as we swap sides, dropping left ear to left shoulder, placing left hand gently on top of the head if you choose. As we take that gently, really only 10% here. Gently bringing that ear closer to the shoulder, dropping the right shoulder down to get some space through there, taking the eyes to the right hand top corner of the room. I will mind the time, 30 seconds on the clock, as we activate that vagus nerve. Again, you might feel a deepening of the breath. Maybe a swallow kicks in or a yawn. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently releasing the neck, taking some nice deep shoulder rolls. So shoulders up towards the ears and rolling them back down the spine, bringing them forward. 3 rounds in your own time, nice and slowly. When you're ready, changing directions, bringing the shoulders up and over now. You can see that the cat has taken over my blanket, my supple visor. Beautiful work. Let's just shimmy those shoulders out. Now, I would like you to keep the comfortable seated position. However, we have been, if you're in this position, you've probably been kneeling with me for the last 5-10 minutes. So I'd like you to take those cushions out, Shake out the legs for a moment, and then we're going to come to a seated position. So not quite a bound angle, but a cross leg pose. You might want to have a block underneath the hips, just to give you a little more height here. I'm not going to fully cross my legs. I'm just going to keep the feet gently crossed, one in front of the other, as we drop the hips down towards the ground. And I want us to be nice and long through the spine here, because we're going to actually go through some pranayama practice. We're going to do a beautiful ancient breathing technique called Nadi Shodhana. This was taught to me by Leanne at Elements, and it's just a beautiful pranayama practice. This one is actually the perfect method for if you've had a stressful day or you've been sitting at a desk and haven't been moving very often. Nadi Shodhana can actually open up and re-oxygenate both sides, both hemispheres of the brain. It's also known as alternative nostril breathing. However, let's get into it now. Let's drop down into our pranayama. Much more, if you like the idea of getting into the theory, I definitely encourage you to look it up. Do some Googling around Nadi Shodhana. It's amazing. So for Nadi Shodhana, we always use our right hand, and we're going to be blocking the right nostril with our thumb. So curling the fingers in, get that right thumb at the ready. Traditionally, we never use the left hand because back in the day, this was our dirty hand. So we always use the right. Now, traditionally, we will also take the two fingers, so make it like a finger guns almost, and place the two fingers between the brow. If your hand is a little bit tight, that might not be available to you, so that's perfectly fine. You can just wrap them into the palm, whatever your preference. However, we're then taking the ring finger on the right hand, and we will be closing off the left nostril with that ring finger and closing down the right nostril with the right thumb. So to begin, we're going to do 10 rounds here. This is also known as a great way to activate the yogi high. So let's reoxygenate both hemispheres of the brain as we close down the right nostril and closing down the eyes or just relaxing the gaze. I will count for us now as we inhale through the left for a count of 4. 3, 4, hold at the top. 3, 2, 1. Transfer to close down the left nostril, opening the right. Exhale through the right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we inhale through the right for a count of 4. Hold at the top as we open the left nostril and exhale through the left nostril. 2, 1. Inhale through the left. Keep this going. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale through the right. Now, if you're feeling a little sinusy or blocked up, feel free to not close the nostrils and just do this mentally. I'm going to leave you to do 7 more rounds on your own. Inhaling through the left for the 4. Holding at the top for 3. Exhaling through the right for 4. And inhale through the right for 4. Two more rounds. Final round. Exhaling through the right. Final inhale. Hold. Exhaling through the left. Beautiful work. Gently opening the eyes, rocking forward to remove the block from underneath the hips. We're now going to move into a beautiful heart opener, but I want us to be fully supported in this heart opener. We're going to be lying down the mat, so take as many cushions as you need. I'm going to take 2 today, stack them up, and then we're going to be lying the entire spine down the length of the cushions, keeping the legs nice and straight, making sure the neck and head are supported. Make any adjustments that you need here, and then taking the feet to the width of the mat to make sure those hips and the buttocks are nicely supported. Extending the arms wide open as comfortably as they will. Maybe cactus the arms if it's available to you. I'm going to put my arms slightly down the side of the body here today, closing down the eyes. This is a supported heart opener. I want you to just drop into your breath and enjoy the very gentle, subtle opening through the chest. I will mind the time. Here we stay for 2 minutes. Deepening the breath. Find any tension that might be in the shoulder blades and the upper back. Can you just release it and soak the body into the cushions? Relaxing the tongue from the top of the mouth, drop it heavy into the bottom of the mouth, releasing the cheeks, the jaw. Can you soften the face? Relaxing the brow. Relaxing through the front of the shoulders, really finding the deepest but supported opening today. Keep deepening the breath. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently coming back to the room as we come up to a lovely seated position. I want you to remove the cushions from behind the back. We're going to lie down the mat. Gently lying down the mat, bringing knees into the chest, untucking the buttocks. I always like to do a nice little curl up here. Give the knees a nice big squeeze. We gently rock side to side, massaging the lower back into the mat. It's also a really good gas release pose if you ever have digestive issues. This one traditionally is called gas release pose. Which cracked us up when we were doing our 200 hours. Gently rocking side to side. Now coming back to the center, Unhooking the arms, bending the knees into chest, happy baby, as we pull the knees gently towards the armpits. If it's available to you, flexing the feet, holding the outside of the feet as we pull the feet and the knees towards the armpits, as we push the tailbone closer towards the mat. We're trying to get shoulder blades, neck, head, lower back, complete spine flat on the mat as we really open through those hips, compressing the hip flexors to bend the knees towards the armpits. It's a beautiful opener, surprisingly for the lower back as well as your hammies and hips. On the next exhale, bringing knees back to the chest, giving them a nice hug as we then extend them down the mat and just gently shimmy those hips out. Really gentle, very gentle. I'm going to go into some beautiful little flat twists, supine twists, pardon me. Bending the knees, placing the feet at mat width. Now, flattening the back, so try and take all space that we can out of the back. If you have a bit of a lower back arch, you might want to take a cushion and generally making a bridge, putting that cushion under the lower back to really make sure that lower back is flat and supported on the ground. We don't want any arches of the back. This is to tell the body, you can relax, be calm, I've got you, you're safe. Now, inhaling in deep, flattening the back towards the ground as we drop the knees to the right-hand side of the mat, gentle twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, dropping the knees to the left. Inhale back to center, dropping the knees to the right, and here we stay for the next minute. And if you would like to get more of a stretch here, maybe you bend the left leg even further, bringing that left foot towards the left buttocks, taking the right foot, hooking it on top of the left knee as we use the weight of the right knee to pull that left knee towards the ground. It's a really beautiful hip and quad stretch, however, it can be a bit intense. Closing down the eyes, I will mind the time as you gently and deeply breathe into this twist. Sensing, are you holding any tension in the hips or the lower back that you can, with the breath, release? On the next exhale, releasing the feet if you have the right foot hooked, bringing knees back to center as we gently drop the knees to the left, switch to the other side. Here you stay for the next minute. If on the other side you brought that right foot closer towards the buttocks and then place left foot on top of right knee to use the weight of the left foot to pull that right knee towards the ground for that quad stretch, go ahead and do that again now. Here we stay in our twist. I will mind the time, breathing deeply into those hips and quads, lower back. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And hook that foot if you had it hooked on the right knee. Bringing those knees back to center and gently extending the legs down the mat, and just shake those hips out really, really gently. Beautiful work. Bending through the left knee. If you have a cushion under the back, slide that out as we roll onto the right hip, pushing through the left hand, coming back to a seated position. We're going to come over into a tabletop position now. So really gently bring ourselves here. Now you might want a cushion under the knees because the floor can be, depending, could be a little hard. Here in our tabletop, we're going to move through some gentle cat-cows. So with the inhale, we round through the back, protracting the shoulder blades. Exhale, retracting the shoulder blades, belly to the ground, pushing chest forward as we raise the head towards the sky to look up. Inhale, rounding through the back. Exhale, belly towards the ground, chest towards the sky. 5 more rounds of breath here on your own. Can you push through those palms even more to get some more space in the shoulder blades? One more round. Beautiful work. Now we're going to come into a supported child's pose. So pushing through the palms. And I want you to get as many cushions as possible to stack up in front of you as we take our knees to the width of the mat. Really getting as much height as we can here because we're going to make a nice big base for our chest. So big toes touching at the back of the mat as we diamond the knees out, and we're gently going to be bending forward, hinging at the hips to come into a supported child's pose. Pick your favorite side, maybe the left cheek resting down on the cushions. And here we stay for 2 minutes. I will mind the time. It's always nice to see the compression in the hip flexors can actually release the hip flexors. We'd always think that it's the opposite, that we need to extend the hip flexors to get anything in terms of a release from them. But once we compress and then open, you'll find those muscles, it's like giving them a little nudge going, hey, this is what stressed and tense feels like. Let's open those again. Halfway there. If you've had your left cheek on the cushion, switch to the other side to even it up. Deepening the breath as much as you can. 30 seconds to go. Can you drop the belly any closer towards the ground? Beautiful work. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pushing through the hands, coming back to a kneeling position. Now we're going to prepare for our Hypnotic Shavasana. So I want you to get as warm as possible. Take a moment now. Bring all the cushions that you need. Maybe the cat body pillows. I want you to put on your jumper. Make sure you're nice and warm. This is when we're going to put our blankets on. Just going to remove the microphone for a second. When you're ready, I'd like you to come into a lying down position, maybe a cushion under the head, and get nice and comfortable. Closing down the eyes. I will be minding the time for us. Get nice and relaxed. Please get ready now for the most important pose of your practice, your savasana. But today it's even more important than usual. Today we'll be using hypnosis and a yoga nidra style scripting to relax into our savasana more than we've ever done before. This is going to help us tap into our healing state. I would like you to take a moment to adjust the shoulder blades, the hips, the buttocks, arms. Get completely comfortable. If you're feeling a little cool, take a moment to make sure you have your blanket, everything you need. For your savasana. You may notice that your body is telling you to shuffle a little bit to the left or the right, up or down. It's so intelligent at telling us what it needs and wants. And I'm sure you can sense a deeper connection with your body already, just by allowing yourself to find the right position now. As you begin to relax further, you may sense the ground against your skin or clothing. You may begin to sense a change in your breathing, or maybe, for the first time today, you are truly noticing the flow of breath inside your chest. With the next 3 breaths, you will find that every time you inhale the cool, fresh, rejuvenating oxygen, you find that you begin to relax further and further, sinking down deeper and deeper into relaxation, total and complete relaxation. The more you notice this drop into a natural state of relaxation, it's like going home. Recognizing within yourself that this state of total relaxation, comfort, soothing sense of wholeness is always available to you. I'm just a guide. You, your body and mind are in complete control of how far you relax right now. And with the next breath in and out, you find an even deeper level of comfort. Now you begin to become more aware of your mind and the thoughts as they travel through your field of consciousness. With every thought you see fly by like a bird in the sky, it allows your body and mind to relax even further, because you know this is exactly where you need to be and your body knows exactly what to do. On the next inhale, take a moment, just for a moment, to become aware of the sounds you can hear out your left ear. far, far away in the distance out to your left. As your attention is pulled toward the left, with every sound, it's like the sounds are pulling the left side of your body closer and closer to the ground, holding you safely as you relax further and further. Now that you know how beautifully held the left side of your body is, you now become aware of the right side and listen for the sounds in the far, far distance out your right ear. And with every sound, you can pick up the right side of your body relaxes further and further. As you move your attention to the space between the brow, you can feel a warm sensation between the brow in your mind's eye. This relaxing warmth is an orb of your highest intention. You can feel it pulsating between the brows as the blood moves towards your highest intention and now begins to travel, because this intention must now radiate and glow and warm your entire body. This orb travels down and hovers just inside your right thumb. You know it's arrived because your right thumb is now completely relaxed. This feels so deeply relaxing that it moves to your right index finger, middle finger, fourth finger, pinky finger, right palm, back of the right palm. The warmth and deep relaxation travels to your right wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, top of the right shoulder, heavier now, right side of your neck, right ear. Now it travels down to your right waist, becoming more deeply relaxed, right hip, front of the right thigh, top of the right knee, shin, top of your right foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, bottom of your right foot, heel of the foot, calf muscle, back of the knee, back of thigh, right buttock. It now moves to your left thumb, left index finger, middle finger, fourth finger, pinky finger, left palm, back of the left palm. The warmth and deep relaxation travels to your left wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, top of your left shoulder, heavier now, left side of your neck, left ear. Now it travels down to your left waist, becoming more deeply relaxed, left hip, front of left thigh, top of left knee, shin, top of your left foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, bottom of your left foot, heel of the foot, calf muscle, back of knee, back of thigh, left buttock. As you feel more and more relaxed, the warmth of the golden orb travels to your lower back, upper back, back of shoulders, back of neck, gently wrapping warmth and relaxation across the crown of your head, draping warmth and relaxation down your face. Deeper and deeper the relaxation goes to your neck, collarbones, chest, and finally resting on your stomach. Here we drop so deeply into Shavasana, so heavy, relaxed and warm. I will mind the time. Rest deeply for the next couple of minutes. With the next inhale, I'd like you to feel the sensation in your hands, feet. Maybe taking a deeper breath in as you slowly return to the room, slowly waking. Without moving too much, feel the air on your skin, touch of your fingertips against your palm. Maybe moving your head side to side. And when you're ready, a big stretch and a curl, taking the arms overhead and pointing through the toes. When you're ready, rolling onto your right side and then pushing through the palms, gently coming back to a seated position. Let's keep the eyes closed down. I'd like you to take the palms and bring them into prayer position and place the thumbs between the brow. In Buddhist practice, we say Namaste. By saying Namaste, we're acknowledging the divine that we see in each other. And I most definitely see the divine in you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and we'll close off together with Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed your restorative practice today.